Hello everybody, Papa Blue Shirt here. It's a dark, dreary, and rainy day. And I would go on a ride, but time got away from me. I had computer problems, so we're gonna skip the ride today and we're gonna do something to my Hanevear. We're gonna get it set up for a dual battery. So let's get going here. All right, the battery's in here, so there's really no reason to take it out, I don't think. But I suppose I could. Well, no, there's really no reason to, because it doesn't get connection until you close it. And so there should be no power to anything in here. So we're just gonna leave it installed. Okay, all these screws are the same size, so I guess it doesn't matter which one goes where. I was hoping there'd be some room in there, but it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of room in there. All right, slide this out. There we go. I don't know if there's room back there for this thing, because I got such a big one. Looks like it says 18 plus or minus. So it's not a very big controller. So I certainly could have went with a smaller box. Maybe. Not a whole lot of room in there, that's for sure. Not a whole lot of room. Maybe I can lay it flat on top. All right, I moved inside my room here because, boy, it's cold out in the shop. And I got my parts in, so I thought, man, I'm going to move in my room here and work so I can have a heater. But wanted to show you the difference between the 100 amp battery equalizer and the 40 amp. Quite a difference in size, as you can see. Quite a difference in the wires too, but the wires in these batteries are this size anyway, so I was just using this on the Filoto because I was worried about the two motors pulling more than what these smaller ones would do. But this Hanevear's only got a 18 amp controller, so it's not going to pull no more than that, and this is a 40 amp, so you could probably go smaller than this and get away with it, but this is what we got. All right, here's your battery hookup. As you see, the battery's over here, so we don't have to worry about there being no power to anything right now. But to hook up these, it's very easy. People are really afraid to do these for some reason. I know I was too at first, but it's really hard. It's really hard to mess up because the two that goes to the battery are like that. The one that goes to the controller is like that. So it'll only fit, unless you go cutting wires off, it'll only fit the one way. And so what they got here on this Hanevear, they got some glue on this thing here to keep this from unplugging. So we're just going to take off that glue. Okay, and then once you get glue off, this will slide out just like so. And you can see there's your battery hookup on these. And as you see, there's only one plug that'll go in there because these are the same plugs as that one. So it's really hard to mess it up. So you just plug this one in on this side. This goes to one battery and this goes to the other battery. Now in this case, we're going to have to run back and run the wire out to the other battery. That shouldn't be no problem. Going to have to pull this all out and see if we have enough room for this in there. So let's see. It's really tight in here, but I think I might be able to get it in there. So just like so. And I think there's enough room on the top here for the other little one. I think it'll fit this way. Oh yeah. Oh, that'll be sweet. Yep, I think it'll work. As you can see, this one here was just so big I couldn't get it in there. Where this one is a lot smaller. So yeah, this will be nice. So we'll plug this one in here like so. And then we just have to run our wires in there and see if we can get it up here. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get this up in there. This has to run through there and then back up to the battery. And there's enough room down here. I tried it before, I could slide in a wire. Have to move these around a little bit. There's a zip tie on the bottom kind of holding these so they don't slide out. So you got to get a little bit of slack on it so you can slide it up in there. There we go. Yep, that'll work. All right. And this one goes to the battery here. I mean to the other one here. Like so. And then this one will go to this thing. So each of these other plugs go to the battery. So see, it's really hard to mess it up. If you can plug in a plug, you can do this conversion. The hardest part is figuring out to where the battery and stuff is going to go. So now let's see if this is all going to fit in there. Seems like a lot, don't it? Put this side here. I bought this really neat wire connector. Not wire connector, wire protector. But boy, I bought it way too big. But so I'm going to cut this down because I don't want this to be rubbing against the frame and maybe rub loose. Look at that wasp hanging on me. I look down and there's a thumb. Ah, scared me half to death. Got himself caught in a spider web over there. But I ain't going to take no chance. I'm going to go cut him. Oh, it's warming up in here, and wherever he was, he come around. Oh, scared me. Make my adrenaline go flowing. Oh, that was scary. I don't like getting stung by wasps. I decided to go ahead and just wrap it with tape because this stuff, if you cut it, it just goes all over the place and it doesn't hold its shape. I guess you got to buy it pretty close to the size you want, otherwise it's not going to work. So I'm just going to wrap it with tape real good. And with these wires, you might want to always verify. You know, these are made by people, and people make mistakes. But you can see there's a plus mark right there. Make sure the red's on that. Both sides. Because you don't want to hook them up the wrong way. I mean, you wouldn't be hooking them the wrong way, but they'd have them wired wrong. All right. I got it all wrapped up. Real nice. Not going to short out against nothing now for sure. Probably wouldn't anyways, but I always like to err on the side of extreme caution. Just my nature, I guess. All right. Now for the moment of truth. Can we get all this back in there? A lot of stuff that has to go in here. But I think we can do it. I think the key is to get the controller back in as far as I can. All right, I got the controller far back as it'll go. And this stuff will fit right there. I mean, it was a tight fit before, but I think there's enough room. Just have to figure out which way to put these wires. Yeah, I guess it's about time I take my extra key off down here. It's in such a place that I forget I even have a key. But someone mentioned it. And it's not a good idea to have both keys down there in case something happens to one. Don't think it'll fall out, but it might get broke or something. All right, I put it back together and looks like everything works. So I am going to put the other battery on there and see what happens. Have to get my seat too. I saw the Ebike and said I should put the groove of this thing at the back here, and so that's what I did. So we'll see if it makes a difference. Didn't have no problem with it before, but he said it'd be easier to open and close if they're both together, so that makes sense. I was moving my battery around and it was making some noise and something flopping around in there. It turns out it's just some hot glue. So I put my battery back together here, I guess. If you're wondering, they're just screws here all along the battery, and then this whole thing just comes off. Alright, let's go ahead and install this. I'll do this as a, usually I'll do this as one unit. But today, since I already got it off, I'm just going to hook it up this way. See how I got that made? And this fits right down in there. I have to make some adjustments here, I guess. Yeah, see this part, this fits just right. Something is not the same on the bottom from this to the other one. All right, I got it now. I just had to round this out in the bottom here a little bit. I'll have to smooth this out a little bit more, but got it to fit. So let's see if we can get this thing on here, see if it works. Now I'm gonna put this battery on there. There we go. All right, there's that. Got to do some cable management here, but so we should be set. Now I just got to get me my Velcro straps to wrap around on both sides, and I'll be set. Yes, it's all on there, all wired up. Almost looks like it's factory, don't it? See my cable there where I plug it in. I just have this loose here. I tightened it up too much probably to get it off, so I have to cut it when I have to move it to the other bike, but then I'll just put another one on there loose so it'll hold it there. It's dark out, but I'm gonna go ride it anyway. Well, there's what it looks like. I took it out for a little spin. Pitch black out, but boy, it was fun. But tomorrow I'm gonna go take it for a ride and we'll see what it does. It's gonna be fun. handled real well as far as I could tell, but you know, couldn't go very far. So now I got my extra battery that I can swap back and forth according to which bike I'm riding that day. This is gonna be sweet. This is gonna be sweet. It was cold outside, so I didn't go very far, but oh, this is gonna be nice. Yep, I'll be able to ride like I do on my Piloto now. Many miles as I want. All you guys and gals who are afraid to do that, it's not hard. The hardest part is to know where to put the battery. And, you know, that's the hardest part. There's nowhere to put the battery. And once you get the battery mounted, you just have to plug in, you know, 3 plugs and that's it. And so it's really, really easy. So don't be afraid to do it. If Papa can do it, anybody can. So thanks for riding along with me today. Goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you.